Introduction. The Albanian sworn virgins, or Bernashat, represent a centuries-old cultural phenomenon in the Balkans. Rooted in the Kanun, a medieval code of laws, this unique tradition allows women to take a vow of celibacy and live as men. By doing so, they gain rights and privileges traditionally reserved for males in a deeply patriarchal society. This article explores the origins, societal role, challenges, and modern-day implications of this practice, offering a comprehensive insight into its historical and contemporary significance. Historical background. The tradition of the sworn virgins is deeply embedded in Albanian history, particularly in the mountainous northern regions where the Kanun of Leke Dukagjini dictated social order for centuries. The Kanun established rigid gender roles, assigning men authority and responsibility while confining women to subordinate positions. However, it also provided a loophole. A woman could assume male status by swearing lifelong celibacy, adopting male attire, and assuming a male name. The origins of this practice are believed to date back to medieval times, though its exact inception remains uncertain. Some scholars suggest it may have been influenced by ancient Illyrian traditions or other patriarchal structures that needed alternatives for female empowerment within male-dominated societies. The Kanun and gender roles. The Kanun emphasized family honor above all else. In a society where inheritance and family leadership passed through male lineage, the absence of a male heir could create severe economic and social vulnerabilities. In such cases, a woman could step into the role of a son through the sworn virgin tradition, thus ensuring property retention and family stability. Other reasons for becoming a sworn virgin included avoiding an arranged or unwanted marriage, avenging family blood feuds, as women traditionally could not engage in blood vengeance but men could, securing male rights such as property ownership and political participation, providing for their families when no male relative was available, becoming a sworn virgin. The transition to a sworn virgin was marked by a public declaration, usually witnessed by the village elders. Once the oath was taken, the woman cut her hair short, donned male clothing, adopted a male name, and often carried weapons, particularly in regions where blood feuds were common. This transformation was irreversible. Breaking the vow of celibacy was considered dishonorable and could result in severe social repercussions. While sworn virgins were respected and granted freedom beyond those of other women, they were also bound by strict expectations and responsibilities. The role of sworn virgins in society. Sworn virgins occupied a unique space within Albanian society. They were seen as men in all respects except biologically. This allowed them to own property, engage in business transactions, act as heads of households, carry weapons, and participate in local councils. Despite enjoying these male privileges, sworn virgins also carried a burden. Their identity was not necessarily based on personal gender identity, but on societal necessity. Unlike modern concepts of gender fluidity, their masculinity was a social construct rather than a personal choice of identity. Challenges and limitations. Despite their elevated status compared to other women, sworn virgins faced significant restrictions. They were expected to remain celibate for life, which meant sacrificing personal relationships and family life. In addition, they had to conform strictly to male behaviors, suppressing any feminine traits. Furthermore, while sworn virgins had more freedoms than other women, they were still subject to male authority, particularly from elders and family heads. Their autonomy, while significant, was not absolute. Decline of the tradition. With Albania's modernization in the 20th and 21st centuries, the tradition of the sworn virgins has declined significantly. Several factors contributed to this. Communism and state atheism. Under Enver Hoxha's rule, many traditional customs, including the canon, were suppressed. While gender equality was promoted, it was done through state policies rather than cultural adaptation, urbanization, and legal reforms. As more Albanians moved to cities and modern legal frameworks replaced customary laws, the necessity for sworn virgins diminished, changing gender norms. Greater recognition of women's rights has reduced the need for women to assume male roles to gain social status. Modern-day sworn virgins. Today, only a handful of sworn virgins remain in Albania, Montenegro, and Kosovo. Some have maintained their male identities out of personal choice, while others continue due to social inertia. They are often seen as relics of the past, respected but not necessarily understood by younger generations. Interviews with surviving sworn virgins reveal a complex mix of pride, duty, and regret. Many express satisfaction in having controlled their destinies, while others acknowledge the loneliness and sacrifices involved. Cultural and academic interest. The phenomenon of the sworn virgins has attracted scholars, anthropologists, and filmmakers. Documentaries such as Bernesha, The Sworn Virgins of Albania, and academic works have examined the tradition from gender studies, sociological, and historical perspectives. Some researchers compare the practice to other gender-based traditions worldwide, such as Native American Two-Spirit people or India's Hijras. While each case differs in origin and social role, they all challenge the binary concept of gender in unique ways. Conclusion: the tradition of the Albanian sworn virgins remains one of the most intriguing gender customs in history. Rooted in necessity, it provided a means for women to transcend patriarchal limitations while reinforcing traditional structures. Although its relevance has waned, it continues to serve as a remarkable example of how gender and social roles can be culturally constructed and adapted. As Albania continues to evolve, the legacy of the sworn virgins serves as both a testament to past resilience and a lens through which to examine the future of gender and social transformation in the Balkans and beyond.